Blue Protocol was supposed to be Bandai Namco's big break into the anime MMORPG scene, but after years of hype, the game collapsed in just over a year. Now, under new ownership, Star Resonance is aiming to rise like a proverbial phoenix from its ashes. But today, I want to talk about what went wrong with Blue Protocol, and can history avoid repeating itself? Let's get into it. First announced back in 2019 and in development since 2015, Blue Protocol was billed as the anime MMO of our dreams. Beautiful visuals, a slick combat system, and Bandai Namco's pedigree had fans convinced this was the next Genshin Impact, but with the depth and longevity of an MMORPG. With a Japan exclusive launch in June 2023, the game saw over 1 million accounts and hundreds of thousands of concurrent players. The hype was real, but despite the insane interest, players began falling away almost immediately after launch. Players quickly realized the foundation was shaky. Fans of MMORPGs began to ponder and question whether Bandai Namco truly understood what an MMO was and its intended purpose. Once players hit the level cap, there wasn't much to do in-game. There was no housing, no trading, bare-bones crafting, and endgame content? Well, that was limited to repeating the same instance dungeons over and over again. Even worse, the grind was padded and uninspired. Many quests boiled down to fetch this, kill that, and little payoff. And for those who hoped cosmetics would save the day, the gacha system was brutal, with some pull rates as low as 0.2%. Players had to spend hundreds just for a single outfit. And it wasn't just the game itself. Bandai Namco's handling of communication was rough. Their official livestreams meant to hype up patches and future content often fell completely flat. One infamous livestream meant to feature and showcase a new fighting class resulted in a 10-minute section of nothing but gameplay footage. There was no commentary, no dev energy, just silence. To make matters worse, the developers in the Q&A session that followed were so underprepared and uneducated about their own class that they were constantly checking their notes and looking to one another for a lifeline that none could give. It left fans confused and disappointed. The backlash was so strong that Bandai Namco literally had to hire a charismatic presenter just to inject life into future streams. While it was a step in the right direction, the damage was already done. Fans had lost confidence in the team's ability to connect with their community and their understanding of the key features that an MMO should have. Behind the scenes, things were even worse. Bandai Namco Online reported a staggering $51 million loss, and the dwindling player numbers made ongoing support unsustainable. By August 2024, the writing was on the wall. Bandai Namco announced that Blue Protocol servers would shut down in January 2025. The long-awaited global launch, once backed by Amazon Games, was cancelled outright, leaving excited global fans distraught. But thankfully, this was not the end. In December 2024, reports confirmed that Bandai Namco licensed the IP to Shanghai Bokura Technology, a Tencent subsidiary. Their new project, Star Resonance, is essentially a spiritual successor to Blue Protocol. Star Resonance decided to incorporate mobile games into their model. While the base game is still made for PC, the UI is designed for mobile players. Now, the question still remains, can Star Resonance avoid the same fate? For Star Resonance to succeed, it must avoid the pitfalls that doomed Blue Protocol. That means building real endgame systems that keep players engaged, designing fair monetization, not predatory gachas, offering vibrant social features like housing, trading, and life skills, and, most crucial, communicating with players through engaging, transparent dev streams. Thankfully, it looks like some of this has already been accounted for. Life skills have been confirmed, and through a recent IGN interview, it would seem that communication with the players is at the forefront. If this turns out to be true, Star Resonance might just become the MMORPG fans always wanted. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Or don't. I ain't your daddy. Bye-bye!